Well, X is getting into the ring with wrestling entertainment giant WWE. The exclusive series called WWE Speed will debut on the social media platform this spring. And I'm thrilled to say that joining us now is Brett White's ex-head of partnerships and talent, as well as Bloomberg Technology co-host Ed Ludlow. Ed, kick us off.
Yeah, Brett, welcome to the program. It's good to have some time with you. I mean, this is the next step, right, in the X platform becoming more video focused. And I think I understand the deal, right? WWE produces the content, you guys are the distribution platform, and then there's an element of revenue share. So I guess as a starting point, have you started selling ads against this new WWE product?
Thank you guys first for having me, Edward and Kay. This is great. We couldn't be more excited, obviously, about the new initiative that we're doing with WWE. We announced the partnership yesterday. We are in market here in the next, call it 5 days, with assets to start selling the show. We've got a lot of interest. X is what I would say the home for wrestling fans. We're going to go very big when it comes to what this offering is. The idea of catering to an audience. Last year alone, we had 59 billion impressions when it came to wrestling alone. So the idea that we can actually super serve this incredible content to an audience that is there, that is vibrant and waiting for it, couldn't be more exciting for us. So we are ready to go and in market.
When does this turn profitable? How many of these types of partnerships do you need to really make money off of this?
That's a great question. I mean, it really is. When we've worked with Nick Khan and his team, trying to figure out exactly what the mechanics are financially, we're going to be playing these episodes once or twice a week on X. They're going to be on platform for in perpetuity, honestly, and we'll start making money. Over the course of the year, we'll see how the financials actually work out. But the investment that we're making in the content really is, at some point will become profitable, probably in the next couple of years.
I think, there's been a lot of news this morning coming out of X. You also have the Super Bowl and bet-related stuff. But just lay out the partnership strategy. Your job title is head of partnerships and talent.
Yeah.
What verticals do you expect to move into? Your background's in wrestling over at Turner and other things. But there is a difference here between pure sports, live entertainment, and then you're doing a lot in news as well.
We are. And so I got here, thank you, Edward. When I got here 4 months ago, I really kind of went on a listening tour and tried to figure out exactly kind of what the audience was looking for, what consumers wanted. And it is news, it's entertainment, it's fashion, it is sports, and it is wrestling. And so when we look at the portfolio, we have an incredible relationship with all of our sports partnerships, whether that be NFL, MLB, NBA, a multitude. We have 1,000 publishers through our Amplify business. We have 80,000 content creators. We're going to continue to build out a great content partnership business, but also start to serve original contents to an audience that we believe is worthy of and wanting it. So when we went after Don Lemon and Tulsi Gabbard and Jim Rome, we really knew that as we build out this kind of bespoke content, this is exactly what the audience and the consumers on X are looking for.
And how have these past partnerships, of course, that you've already signed up, how have they driven subscriber growth? Is that translating already into advertising revenue?
So not yet. So we have obviously Tucker on platform, and he's been on for a while. He's doing fantastic, and Paris Hilton's been there for the last few months. But we are in April. We'll start seeing Jim Rome's original series will start to premiere. Tulsi's shows will start to premiere, and then in the next kind of 3 weeks to a month, Don will premiere the Don Lemon Show exclusively on X. So we haven't been in market yet with actual original content, but once they hit the airwaves, then we'll start to see some revenue trickling in.
Brett, I think a criticism or a lack of understanding when it comes to X is the conversion rate of how many users see a video which is attached as a post, and then how many people actually end up watching it. So let's take the Tucker Carlson and Putin example, right? The post shows, let's say, 100 million views of that post. What proportion or ratio of any given post actually materializes as tangible views of a video? And as you know, a view can be 0.1 seconds, or you can retain a viewer for several minutes. Just explain the data and the science there.
Yeah. So I can give you more about, the data and the science kind of would go to somebody who actually understands the data and the science much better than I do. But when it comes to the actual stay time and the engagement time, that's what we're seeing, which is beyond. It's incredible. And the Putin interview from yesterday has shown incredible engagement. We're seeing it continue to grow in numbers. We're seeing it. There's the conversation not only just on X but on post replies and shares, but also on other platforms. And that's what we're seeing. It's like X becomes the hub of content creation and culture defining moments, and then they start to trickle out into other different platforms as well. So we're really starting to see through our live and our original content offerings incredible attribution to not only the X platform, but how it trickles throughout other platforms as well.
Well, Brett, as you continue to push into video and you build out the content, how will this actually look on the app? If I open it up on my phone or on my desktop, for example, will there actually be a tab, or how will I find all of these videos?
Yeah, it's a great question, Katie. So last week we announced that there's going to be the creation of a video tab on platform, which is really going to be our hub for our original content. As of now, obviously, a lot of our stuff is being posted through handles and through takeovers, but you're going to start to see a much bigger push towards the the video tab on X. That's going to be the true destination for our content strategy, and I think that's going to be the transformative moment as people start to as people start to come to the platform for video first. And so as people prior used to tell stories through text, we're now starting to see obviously stories and conversations happening more in video, and you're seeing that across all platforms.
It's so interesting to compare what you've announced with WWE, which is a weekly short form series, right? Relative to the Super Bowl, a live event. Historically, that was Twitter, their bread and butter. Live events,
Yes.
people get talking. You're in Vegas. I'm sure you're meeting with a lot of partners and advertisers. What are your expectations for the ad deals you can do around a live event like Super Bowl?
Oh man, we are seeing incredible engagement around advertising on platform for X. We're seeing a huge increase from year over year engagement when it comes to the NFL. We're seeing incredible engagement when it comes to the advertisers that are on. We have, this is a completely new offering on X. Don't think of this as legacy. This is a completely new business with new priorities. And so we're seeing kind of a 70% increase in spend when it comes to the advertisers that are there. We're seeing incredible attribution. I don't know for you guys, but this is the first time in my life where my daughters have actually been engaged in a Super Bowl and cared about the outcome and who's going to be there. So it really is, we're starting to see cultural moments, which is what X is obviously it is the central focus of when it comes to a global audience. It is about cultural moments and bringing people together for a conversation.
Well, Katie and I have been pretty busy, Brett, in our roles as chief wrestling correspondents in recent weeks. So we're moving from wrestling to Super Bowl. It'll be a big focus of my show. I mean, let's go to the Everything app to end. You have this betting arrangement that you announced this morning. Where does that fit in your work with partnerships? Because as far as I can tell, again, you act as the distribution platform, but the benefit to the partner is you're redirecting traffic to their site. Is that correct?
It is. So we are, think of us now as we build out this Everything app. This is really where we're bringing people right into the action. I call it like a virtual sports book, whether that's in your pocket, whether that's in your home or your garage. You're really bringing people into the action in real time, and we want people to have more and more at their fingertips. I mean, it is about coming into the experience and staying around for a multitude of different experiences, whether that be video and voice calling, whether it be our content initiatives, whether that be payment, obviously, as you know, is a big initiative for us as we push forward. So these are just different verticals that we continue to build on the app as we iterate and innovate going forward.
All right, that's a good place to leave it. Really enjoyed this conversation. Brett Weitz of X, and of course,
thank you both.
Bloomberg's Ed Ludlow.